Mr. Purvis. I teach at Downhall Primary School in Rayleigh, and I teach Emerald class, which is Year 1 and Year 2 mix. My PGCE was 4 years ago. I've been teaching for 3 years now. I got into it by around 22 years old, looked at where I wanted to be in terms of career, chose teaching, and headed for Southend College and University, studied for 3 years there, and then went into Stratford University, University of East London, and did a PGCE course for a year. Handwriting at university, especially on my placements, was almost non-existent. I taught probably 2, maybe 3 lessons across the year. So coming into full-time teaching, handwriting especially, was something that I needed to improve and obviously needed to teach every week. Yeah, the new standards definitely. For me as well, being only in my 3rd year of teaching, obviously, as I said, I'm still learning my trade, and I think anything that changes, recent changes, I need to obviously take on board and put into place. Initially, when we started doing Start B, I think a lot of the children, it's such a big difference to their handwriting in terms of enjoyment, simple things like the pencil grip. My pencil grip, I know, wasn't perfect, so I think for them seeing me alter my pencil grip, they wanted to do that as well. The patterns and the name cards that we do in Start B, absolutely brilliant. The kids love doing them, and they enjoy every lesson and the new challenge that it brings to them. I think the different stations that they do, the fact that they're constantly working on new motor skills and gross motor skills, with the pegs and the squeeze balls, and obviously the pencils as well, enabling their pencil grip to be as it should be. Hannah Jane teaching enables me to go round, monitor my children and how they're holding their pencil and how they're developing their handwriting. And I think as well, in many instances, it's someone else teaching them, so they enjoy that it's not just Mr. Purvis again, it's Hannah Jane this time. So I think for them it's someone different that's teaching them instead of myself. I think a child delivering the lesson definitely makes a difference. They tend to listen to each other well in class. We do lots of peer assessment, peer support in my class. So I think someone else delivering the lesson to them enables them to actively listen and put in place the instructions that she gives. Changes have definitely been noticed in project lessons in the afternoon. We tend to deliver maths and English in the morning. Subjects such as science, history, geography in the afternoon. We're putting in plans more writing opportunities for them, and with Start B, I believe they've got more stamina for writing. They're writing more at length, and also their writing's a lot more legible, because they do get tired after lunch. It's obviously a long school day for them, and putting as much writing as we do across most days can be quite challenging. And I think with Start B, it has pushed them to deliver more writing every day. I mean, the expected outcomes that have come in are obviously a lot harder for children to achieve, but given the fact that we are using Start B lower down the school, by the time they're at Year 3, 4, Year 5, 6, it would have already been in place for them. They should be able to do everything that it's asking them to do. In terms of joined up writing and legible writing, I'm hoping, given the fact it is an intervention plan at the moment being put into the school, that come next year, obviously writing will be more legible, we can start joining, and the children will be more fluent with their joins. I've got one girl in my class who I've seen a really big difference in her writing, and we have a reward system of a pen licence. So she's very close, because of Start B, to achieving her pen licence. And I think other children in my class aspire to the level she's at now, because they know that she's very close to gaining what is a reward for a child, not using a pencil and using a pen. And she's already started joining up more of her words and her letters, and I think that is purely because of what we're doing here. The big products that we use in Start B writing have enabled the children to have the correct pencil grip. The triangular shaped pencils especially enables the children to have their fingers where they need to be and the middle finger behind. And also the other big products that we have used have really benefited the children in terms of how they are holding their pencil and then onto paper how they're writing in their lessons as well. The Start B process has definitely allowed me to learn as I go along with the children, and I believe once the live Q&A session comes in, if I've got any queries or any problems mid-lesson, obviously I can tap into the live Q&A session to find out answers or any queries that I have. A handwriting specialist teacher in a year, I think I would hope to see myself as that. I think in terms of where I've come from and the fact that I mentioned my handwriting wasn't the best when I came into the profession, to see myself as a handwriting specialist would be a massive achievement, and I hope to have that on my CV.